Fargo Dome is an indoor athletic stadium in the north-central United States, located on the campus of North Dakota State University, NDSU, in Fargo, North Dakota. Opened 31 years ago in late 1992, the facility is owned by the city of Fargo and built on university land. Not an actual dome, its seating capacity is 18,700 for football and over 25,000 for full arena concerts. Its approximate elevation at street level is 900 feet, 275 meters, above sea level. Fargo Dome is the home field of the Bison football team, which competes in the National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, at the Division I level in the Football Championship Subdivision, FCS. NDSU is a member of the Missouri Valley Football Conference, and prior to the 1993 season, the football venue was Dakota Field, adjacent to the south. The stadium also hosts the university's commencement ceremonies as well as many large concerts, other sporting events, and trade shows. The building was originally planned to be modeled on the Tacoma Dome and have an inflatable roof. However, as the design evolved, it was decided to have a fixed hard roof, although the dome name stuck. 3. Volunteers fill sandbags in the Fargo Dome during the 2009 Red River flood. November 1987, Fargo Park Superintendent Bob Johnson and City Council President Rainon Nicholson proposed a plan for convention and athletic facilities in Fargo. January 1988, proposed plan was modified to include a single stadium to be built on North Dakota State University land, that would be financed in part by a half-cent sales tax. December 1988, voters approved half-cent sales tax. April 1989, architects hired and construction process begins. December 1992, Fargo Dome opens. January 1994, hosts Snow Bowl NCAA Division II football All-Star Game between 1994 and 2000. December 2002, Fargo Dome celebrates its 10th anniversary. December 2006, initial talks underway to attach a 6,000,9,000 seat stadium to the Fargo Dome, for use as a basketball arena for the North Dakota State University basketball teams, as well as smaller performances. March 2009, the Fargo Dome is used for the filling and storage of sandbags during the flood. August 31, 2012, the newly installed AstroTurf, funded by a $1 million donation from Gates City Bank and Fargo Dome Reserve Funds for total cost of $2.9 million, premiered in the North Dakota State Bison football team's first game of the season against Robert Morris. Gates City Bank's donation led to renaming of the field after the company. 4. October 10, 2012, the Fargo Dome hosted a preseason NBA game between the Indiana Pacers and Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves won the game 84-70. August 2016, replaced 4 older corner video boards with new HD boards, and added 2 new large, 100 feet by 30 feet, video screens at a cost of $7.70 million. 5. July 2022, replaced the older version AstroTurf with a new version, funded by the Fargo Dome's reserve funds for a total price of $1.1 million, which also includes upgrades to the magic carpet system that rolls out the turf onto the stadium floor. 6. August 2023, proposed renovation plans were unveiled for the Fargo Dome. The plans would add on a convention center space to the south side of the dome that would eliminate the south parking lot. The plans also called for a new upper-level concourse in the southeast corner of the stadium, a remodel of the press box on the east side, removal of the never-used north side press box, and a new club-level lounge at the top of the west side. Lastly, the project calls for a removal of Albrecht Boulevard on the west side of the dome, to make way for an addition to the building and move the tailgating lot closer to the stadium. 7. The proposed cost is $140 million and is planned to be paid for with $30 million from the Fargo Dome's reserve fund, as well as a quarter-cent city sales tax increase and a 3% lodging tax increase. Fargo residents voted on the proposed renovation plan during a special election in December, in which the measure failed. 52% of the votes cast were in favor of the renovation, but the measure needed 60% to pass. 8, 9. Events and acts. The Fargo Dome has held events such as the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, USHRA's Monster Jam, Rib Fest, World Wrestling Entertainment, World Championship Wrestling, and other local, regional, and national events. The facility briefly played host to the Fargo Freeze Indoor Football League team in 2000, though the team played just one season. 10. College wrestling. The ASICS/Vaughn Cadet and Junior National Wrestling Championships, Freestyle, Greco-Roman Wrestling, takes place every year in the Fargo Dome in the month of July. 11. Entertainment. Many famous acts have played the Fargo Dome, including Elton John, Katy Perry, Cher, Guns N' Roses, Fleetwood Mac, Journey, The Rolling Stones, Pearl Jam, Garth Brooks, Bon Jovi, Van Halen, Shania Twain, Taylor Swift, AC/DC, Paul McCartney, Kenny Chesney, Carrie Underwood, Aerosmith, Poison, NSYNC, Neil Diamond, Billy Joel, Kiss, Beach Boys, Faith Hill, Bryan Adams, Ozzy Osbourne, Luke Bryan, Pink, Reba McEntire, Dixie Chicks, Lady Antebellum, Bruce Springsteen, Tim McGraw, Def Leppard, Metallica, Prince, Justin Timberlake, Motley Crue and many others. The Fargo Dome is also capable of hosting events on ice such as Disney on Ice, and Traveling Broadway. The Fargo Dome is currently studying an expansion of its permanent seating. The current capacity is 18,700 with an additional 100 seats to be added during the winter 2015-21. The addition of 5,000 to 7,500 seats has been discussed since 2011, but is now being seriously considered after several straight years of sold-out NDSU Bison football games. That would bring the total capacity for football games to around 25,000. The additional seating would require major structural changes to the dome, including moving the press boxes from the east side to the west side. The west side has been reinforced and could handle extra levels, whereas the east side has a lobby that was not designed to bear any extra load. In summer 2016, the stadium video boards were replaced with 12 new interior displays featuring SMD LED technology, including 2 large 30-foot by 100-foot high-definition video/scoreboards on each end zone, 12-foot by 24-foot screens behind those large screens for those seated behind the board, and 4 large 20-foot by 22-foot high-definition video boards, one in each corner. The $7.7 million project also provided for 4 ribbon displays on the seating fascia 3 foot high and 33 long, along with a portable 15-foot by 25-foot screen which can be moved around on game day. The project also renovated the electronics room and provided for new computer and graphics technology. These screens replaced the 6 old boards installed in 2002. In total, the new boards provide for 8,500 square feet, 790 square meters, of LED boards in the dome. The contract also provided for an increase from 3 to 5 high-definition cameras for additional angles. One of the cameras has a 55x extra zoom for close-up play. In the summer of 2022, the stadium replaced its aging AstroTurf with a newer version. It cost the Fargo Dome $1.1 million, which it paid for using the stadium reserve funds, that also included upgrades to the Magic Carpet system that rolls out the turf onto the stadium floor. Crowd noise. The Fargo Dome during a North Dakota State Bison football game. In 2011, the Fargo Dome was ranked as the 49th best stadium in college football by BleacherReport.com. 22, the article states. There aren't many indoor venues in college football, but the few that do exist at the non-FBS level are very unfriendly to any visiting team. That effect is only amplified in a playoff atmosphere. The Fargo Dome is routinely ranked as one of the loudest college football stadiums in the country. On December 14, 2012, the Forum of Fargo-Moorhead measured the Fargo Dome crowd noise from the press box during an FCS playoff semifinal game between North Dakota State and Georgia Southern. According to the forum, the maximum crowd noise exceeded 111 decibels, and the decibel meter consistently read 102 to 106 during the game. 23. During a 2013 playoff game between North Dakota State and Furman, the crowd noise was measured at